Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith.
Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
On first down, Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Back to throw again. Smith catches left side. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, patience to him in this game.
Hurts throw there taken in by Smith.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they...
They'll look to throw again.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Following the play here, now we've got an injury.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
The Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10
at their own 43. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Hall ought to give up the middle. Trucks over it.
And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory.
114 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Inside.
That's caught left side by Hardman. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Just exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
It got his man complete.
How about this? He's to the 10.
Touchdown, Eagles.
A.J. Brown, 85 yards. And the Eagles are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score of the final play of the 3rd quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Now Rodgers completes it to Hardman. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And a powerful stiff arm that frees him.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, 65 yards.
And the Jets use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Zerline good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
They go play action with Hurts.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Now Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. He's into space past the 25. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard, 41 yards.
And then straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. Wide receiver A.J. Brown. You see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
A give running right is Hall.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
To throw, it's Rodgers. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll give to Hall.
Oh, good. Hall has it knocked loose, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
We just saw the dilemma for every coach. You want them to fight for the extra yardage. But
and now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's a give to Hall. And he
gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Kind of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears.